These are the three movements done by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi succeeded in these three movements also. That's why these are three unofficial movements have done by Mahatma Gandhi: Champaran movement, Kheda movement, Ahmedabad Mills movement. Okay, this is unofficial movement. Now Gandhi entered into politics directly. Gandhi, inspired by some incidents, especially Gandhi inspired by some important movements. Here, the first movement is Jallianwala Bagh movement. Okay, because of Jallianwala Bagh movement, Mahatma Gandhi wanted to join in the politics. He wants to participate in the movements because Jallianwala Bagh, it is inspired very much Mahatma Gandhi. You know, Jallianwala Bagh, 1919, April 13, this movement is occurred. According to INC, Indian National Congress report, 1,000 people are died. Police officer, that is Dyer, he killed that 1,000 people in Jallianwala Bagh incident. So, because of these incidents, government is appointed Hunter Commission. Hunter Commission. Government is appointed Hunter Commission. Hunter Commission, it is on the incident of Jallianwala Bagh. Hunter Commission. So this Jallianwala Bagh incident very much inspired Mahatma Gandhi. And second, one more movement, that is what we can say, Khilafat movement. Khilafat movement. One more movement inspired Mahatma Gandhi, that is Khilafat movement. So in 1919, this Khilafat movement is happened. What is Khilafat movement? So Britishers cancelled Khalifa title. So actually Turkey Sultan was Khalifa, but Britishers they cancelled Khalifa title. That's why there are so many processions against to Britishers supporting to Turkey ruler. So, but the movement also conducted in India supporting to Turkey Sultan against to Britishers. So, here Shaukat Ali, Muhammad Ali, Ali brothers, they are called Ali brothers, they were conducting Khilafat movement in India. So in Bombay, Mahatma Gandhi became the leader to this Khilafat movement. That's why Khilafat movement also inspired Mahatma Gandhi and encouraged this Jallianwala Bagh and Khilafat movement. These are encouraged Mahatma Gandhi to enter into Indian politics. This is the right time. That's why Mahatma Gandhi entered to politics. So because in 1920, Bala Gangadhar Tilak is died, there is no alternative leadership for this Indian national movement. There is no tough leader. That's why Indian people, they wanted the tough leader, guts. Who is the leader having guts? The people wanted Mahatma Gandhi. That's why. So Mahatma Gandhi, he joined in the Indian national movement. The first movement, non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation. This is called non-cooperation movement. Okay. So non-cooperation movement, it is from 1920 to 1922. So we will have the question, which movement is conducted by Gandhi first? That is non-cooperation movement. So non-cooperation movement is the first movement. So it is in 1920. Nagpur Indian National Congress accepted this non-cooperation movement. Mahatma Gandhi announced this non-cooperation movement. Throughout India, there are so many movements regarding non-cooperation movements. So here, according to non-cooperation movement, the people should not cooperate to government. The people should boycott the students should boycott the colleges, employees should boycott the schools, offices, and lads should boycott the courts also. So here the people should propagate the prohibition of liquor, using of native goods, using of Swadeshi goods. So this is a program, non-cooperation movement. the people should not cooperate to government. It is going on perfectly. This is a movement going on throughout India. Throughout India, it is going on perfectly. It became mass movement. So it is going like this. But there was one incident in 1922, February 5th, 1922, February 5th, there is the important incident was there. Because of that important incident, this non-cooperation movement is stopped. What is the movement? Chauri Chaura incident. Chauri Chaura. So Chauri Chaura incident. What is Chauri Chaura incident? So apart from non-cooperation movement, in Chauri Chaura, Kharagpur district, so in Chauri Chaura, small town Chauri Chaura in Kharagpur district, there was a peasant rally. It is going on. Peasant farmers rally going on in Chauri Chaura apart from non-cooperation movement. While the rally coming from a police station, but whenever it is coming to police station, in front of police station, the police people stopped the movement. Unnecessarily, police started lathi charge. That's why peasants revolted against police, and 21 police are there, number of peasants are there. That's why the 21 polices they put in police station and lit the police station. They fired police station. That's why 21 police are died in the fire accident, in the fire incident. That's why this is a painful moment. This is a violent movement. Because of, you see, Mahatma Gandhi, while announcing non-cooperation movement, also said the movement should be in non-violence methods. So should not encourage the violence, should follow the non-violence. But unfortunately, Chauri Chaura, it is a violent movement. That's why Mahatma Gandhi announced that from Bardoli. He announced from Bardoli, Gujarat, February 11th. So going to stop non-cooperation movement. But so many people criticized Mahatma Gandhi. But anyhow, so this is the non-cooperation movement by Mahatma Gandhi, first movement by Mahatma Gandhi. It is a great movement, non-cooperation movement. But so many people criticize Mahatma Gandhi. But unfortunately, non-violence is there. Anyhow, so Mahatma Gandhi, he used new methods. Because of these new methods, means satyagraha, non-violence, fasting, hunger strike. So these are the methods by Mahatma Gandhi. He conducted these kind of movement, non-violence, satyagraha, hunger strike. So because of these systems, these methods, Mahatma Gandhi succeeded in Indian national movement. This is first movement, non-cooperation movement. Yes. So one more movement, it is announced by Mahatma Gandhi during the period of Indian independence movement. That is a Dandi March. Dandi March. So we should remember this Dandi March. This is March 12th. Dandi March, March 12th. This is the movement as conducted by Mahatma Gandhi. Dandi, also called Salt Satyagraha. Dandi March also called Salt Satyagraha. So Salt Satyagraha. So it is apart from civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedient movement. You see, actually in 1930, in the month of January, in 1930, in the month of January, Mahatma Gandhi recommended government 11 recommendations. He recommended 11 recommendations to government. So government is not accepted that 11 proposals which are proposed by Mahatma Gandhi, 11 proposals. This is not accepted by Mahatma Gandhi, not accepted by British government. That's why Mahatma Gandhi is announced. What is that? So civil disobedient. We will start a civil disobedient movement. What is the meaning of civil disobedience? What is government saying to do, we should not do. what is government is saying should not do, we should do. So against to government. Government is saying do that thing, we should not do that thing. Government is saying should not do that thing, we should do. This is called civil disobedience against to government law. The movement against to government law, government act, this is called civil disobedient movement. So Mahatma Gandhi chosen, so civil disobedient movement, what we have to do? So apart from that, yes, we should not pay tax on making salt. The British government is imposed tax on salt farmers. So wherever farmers are making salt, they should pay tax to government. But now Gandhi decided should not pay tax to government on making salt. That is called salt satyagraha. Okay, so this is apart from, they will ask the question, you should understand. They will ask the question, what is that? Salt satyagraha was a part of which movement? Salt satyagraha was a part of which movement? This is a part of salt satyagraha, civil disobedience movement. That is salt satyagraha, also called Dandi movement. So this is started in 1930 March 12th from Sabarmati. So Sabarmati is Gandhi Ashrama. Sabarmati, it is in Gujarat, it is Gandhi Ashramam. So from Sabarmati, he started along with 78 followers. He started with 78 followers on March 12th. 78 followers, March 12th. Okay, so he started on foot only. This is called on foot march. Okay, this is on foot only. Near about 247 kilometers. 247 kilometers from Sabarmati to Dandi. From Sabarmati to Dandi. Dandi, it is a village on the bank of Arabian Sea. Dandi, it is a village on the bank of Arabian Sea. So from Sabarmati to Dandi, it was 247 kilometers. So the movement has been done by Gandhi on foot only. This is called foot march. This is called foot march. Okay. So 247 kilometers along with 78 followers. While going towards Dandi, the slogans will be given. Slogans have been given. What are the slogans? So prohibition of liquor, usage of Swadeshi goods, reject of foreign goods. So this kind of slogans are given while going to Dandi on march, on foot. So foot march. Okay. So here one question, the important question, one and only Telugu person participated in Dandi march along with Gandhi. One and only Telugu person participated in Dandi march along with Mahatma Gandhi. That person, Erneni Subramanyam. Erneni Subramanyam. Erneni Subramanyam, this is most important question. Erneni Subramanyam. He was one and only Telugu person from Telugu state participated in Dandi march along with Mahatma Gandhi. Here Sarojini Naidu has main role in this movement. Sarojini Naidu has main role. So Mahatma Gandhi reached to Dandi on 6th April. 6th April. He started making the process of salts. Then British government has done lathi charge. They arrested Mahatma Gandhi, put in Erawada jail. Erawada jail in Pune, it is very famous jail. Erawada jail, it is in Pune. Mahatma Gandhi put in Erawada jail. So this is called Dandi march. In the Gandhian stage, this is the most important movement, that is Dandi march, as well as called salt satyagraha. Okay, and here one more important meetings, that is round table conferences. Round table conferences. In the Mahatma Gandhi period, there are round table conferences. So it is from 1932 December. So 1913 November to 1932 December. These are the round table conferences. So in England 1930, in England the political changes are there. What are the political changes? In 1927, Ramsay MacDonald, in 1927, Ramsay MacDonald became the Prime Minister of London. Ramsay MacDonald. In India, Viceroy Irwin. India, Viceroy Lord Irwin. So, Ramsay MacDonald, he got the report of Simon Commission. Simon Commission, it is appointed in, it came to India in 1928. Simon Commission, it came to India in 1928. It came to India two times, in 1928 and 1929. It is appointed in 1927. We should remember here different questions. In which year Simon Commission is appointed? In which year Simon Commission came to India? So Simon Commission, it is in 1927, it is appointed. John Simon, he was a British parliamentarian. He was appointed as a chairman of Simon Commission. This Simon Commission has 7 members, it is a 7 members group. Simon Commission has, it is a 7 members group. So it came to India 1919, Minto Morley reforms, how they are implementing. To supervise, this committee came to India in 1928. This is called Simon Commission. Simon Commission, it is the 7 members committee. All 7 members belonging to British, or they are the Britishers. There is no any Indian. That's why wherever Simon Commission is going in Indian towns, so there is the revolution, there is opposition, there is the slogans against to Simon Commission. That's why if it goes to Bombay, the people shouted and given the slogans, down, down, go back, John, Simon Commission. That's why if it goes to, for example, Madras. In Madras, Tangaturi Prakasham Pantulu opposed Simon Commission. Then police, they shown they shown the gun to kill, to shoot Prakasham Pantulu. But then Prakasham Pantulu opened the shirt, so kill here, shoot here. He shouted like this. Then he got the title Andhra Kesari. That's why wherever Simon Commission is going, everywhere it has opposition. That's why Simon Commission went back to England. So here the changes are occurred. So MacDonald became Prime Minister of England. So he got the report, Simon Commission report. So because of Simon Commission report, he want to discuss with Indian national leaders. He want to discuss with the Indian political parties. That's why he informed to Lord Irwin. Irwin was the Viceroy of India. So 1930 November to December, it is called First Roundtable Conference. 1930 November to December, it is called First Roundtable Conference. Okay, so here Ramsay MacDonald invited all political parties from India to London to discuss about the recommendations of Simon Commission report. But here Indian National Congress, it is not attended to that meeting. Except Indian National Congress, all the political parties attended to this meeting. But this meeting is failed because there is no understanding between British government and Indian political parties. That's why first meeting also failed. So Ramsay MacDonald understood, because of absence of Indian National Congress, it has no importance. If Indian National Congress comes to this conference, then we will have the success. That's why he insisted Irwin. What he has insisted Irwin? So you take Mahatma Gandhi to London. You go and discuss with Mahatma Gandhi. You make him compromise and you take him to London. This is Ramsay MacDonald order to Irwin. Then Irwin, where is Gandhi? He was in Eravada jail. Okay, he was arrested because of Dandi March. So he was in Eravada jail. That's why Irwin went to Mahatma Gandhi and he has pact. It is called Irwin Pact. It is called Gandhi Irwin Pact. 1931 March 5th, it is called Gandhi Irwin Pact. Because you see, Ramsay MacDonald, he understood without Indian National Congress attendance, the conference will not be succeeded. That is the secret understood by Ramsay MacDonald. That's why he insisted Irwin, who was Viceroy of India. Then Irwin went to Gandhi and spoken with Gandhi. It is called Gandhi Irwin Pact. In Indian national movement, this is most important pact, that is Gandhi Irwin Pact. 1931 March 5th, it is called Gandhi Irwin Pact. So Mahatma Gandhi put some conditions. So Irwin said that, okay, I want to clear the conditions. Then Gandhi accepted. So second round table conference, it is 1931 September to December. This is second round table conference. So again, all the political leaders came to second conference, second round table conference, which is conducted in London. So Mahatma Gandhi along with Sarojini Naidu, he went to London for second round table conference. Here also there is a misunderstandings between Ramsay MacDonald and Gandhi. That's why Gandhi boycotted the meetings of second round table conference. So that's why Mahatma Gandhi came back to India. Again, he was arrested, put in Eravada jail. So second round table conference also completed without any positive results. Now Ramsay MacDonald, he announced in 1932 in the August month, 1932 in the August month, Ramsay MacDonald is announced that communal awards. Ramsay MacDonald announced that communal awards. What is the meaning of communal awards? Communal awards means the constitutional reservations and what we can say constituencies, reservations in constituencies for SC, ST also. So this is called communal awards. So reservations in the elections for SC, ST, that is communal awards. But Gandhi opposed. Actually what happened, Ambedkar, he explained to Ramsay MacDonald regarding the problems of SC, STs, Dalit people who are facing the problems in India. So he explained to Ramsay MacDonald. That's why because of Ambedkar explanation, then Ramsay MacDonald, he announced the special awards for SC, ST. So whenever Gandhi listened these communal awards, announcement of communal awards, he started hunger strike in Pune jail. In 1932, in the September month, Mahatma Gandhi started hunger strike because it is already Britishers announced the special constitutional or constituencies, special constituencies for Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, but now SC, ST. So British government intentionally going to divide the people on the basis of a caste system. That's why Mahatma Gandhi started hunger strike. But 1932 September 20th, 1932 September 20th, it is called Pune Pact. It is called Pune Pact. 1932 September 20th is called Pune Pact. It is between Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi in Eravada jail, Pune. Because Mahatma Gandhi started hunger strike in Pune jail against two communal awards. That's why what happened here. So Ambedkar and Madan Mohan Malaviya. You know Madan Mohan Malaviya? he was principal of Banaras University. So Madan Mohan Malaviya and Ambedkar both are went to Mahatma Gandhi, and they discussed with Mahatma Gandhi, and because of the discussions Mahatma Gandhi compromised and he withdrawn the hunger strike. So this is called Pune Pact. So this is also one of the important pact in Gandhi period. And in third roundtable conference in 1932 December month. Third conference, roundtable conference in 1932 December. Here also Ambedkar also attended, but Congress is not it is not attended, it is absent. So but third conference also completed. But we should understand only 2 political leaders from India attended to 3 roundtable conferences. That is Ambedkar and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. In some oftenly they will ask the question, who was the Indian leader attended to 3 roundtable conference? That is Ambedkar and Muhammad Ali Jinnah also. But Muhammad Ali Jinnah, it is not popular, but Ambedkar became popular. Who was Indian political leader attended to 3 roundtable conferences? That is Ambedkar. That's why these 3 important roundtable conferences in Gandhi stage or Gandhi period. So this is roundtable conferences. Yes. Now one more important incident in the period of Gandhi or Gandhi stage, that is Cripps Commission. That is Cripps Commission. So this is also most important point. They will ask the question regarding Cripps. So which year or what is Cripps Commission? So in 1942, in the March 21st, Cripps Commission came to India 1942 March 21st. So what is Cripps Commission? What is the important recommendation? What is the reason behind of Cripps Commission? So actually what happened here, 1942 means it is the during the period of Second World War. Second World War, it is happened in between 1949 to 45, 1939 to 45. This is the during the period of Second World War. While Second World War is happening, Cripps Commission came to India. What is the reason? Means, you see, here there is a rumor. What was the rumor? Japan is going to attack on British India or Britain. This is the rumor. So then England has the scare of Japan. Why? Because earlier Japan defeated Russia and China. Earlier Japan is small country. China and Russia, they are biggest countries. But small country defeated China and Russia. That's why because of this reason, England also having the fear, it is a uprising of Japan. That's why they wanted to get the support from Indian national leaders. Britain, it is not supporting by our Indian national leaders. But now Britain thinking that take the help, take the cooperation, support from Indian national leaders. That's why they sent, is the British parliamentarian, they sent Stafford Cripps. Stafford Cripps came to India to discuss with our national leaders. So this is called Cripps Commission. So he put the condition in front of our national leaders. What is that? So if you support to us, if you support to Britain, we will give you permission to form the Constitutional Assembly. So if you are supporting to Britishers during the period of Second World War, if you respond positively to England, then we will give you opportunity to form, to make constitution or to form constitutional assembly. So this is the important suggestion by Cripps Commission. But here Gandhi said, so it is a post-dated check giving on crashing bank. It is a post-dated check. The దివాలా తీస్తున్న బ్యాంకుకి ఇస్తున్న ఒక పోస్ట్ డేటెడ్ చెక్ ఈ క్రిప్స్ యొక్క సూచనలు అని చెప్పాడు. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ఇండియన్ నేషనల్ లీడర్స్ అలాంగ్ విత్ గాంధీ, నెహ్రూ. సో ఆల్ ది నేషనల్ లీడర్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ యాక్సెప్టెడ్ ది రికమెండేషన్స్, సజెషన్స్ ఆఫ్ Cripps Commission. That's why Cripps Commission is failed, it's went back again. So we should remember which year Cripps Commission came to India, in which year. What is Cripps Commission? This is the most important point in the life of or period of Gandhi. And one more, this is Quit India movement. Quit India movement. This is also most important movement. 1942 August 8th, Quit India movement. 1942 August 8th is called Quit India movement. So this is a great movement. And also last movement done by Mahatma Gandhi. It is last movement done by Mahatma Gandhi, that is Quit India movement. Quit means leave India. Quit means leave India. So this is the movement spread throughout country. Actually this movement has no leadership. This is the one and only movement not having the leadership of national leaders. Why? Because before the day, that means August 7th, 1942 August 7th, all the national leaders are arrested. That's why all the people came outside from home and they started the movement. They let the people lead the movement themselves. That's why this is called Quit India movement. So Mahatma Gandhi announced from Bombay, and he has given the great quotation, do or die. Do or die. This is the most important quotation of Mahatma Gandhi, do or die. So we will do mistake regarding this slogan. Why? Because if you are not remembering Mahatma Gandhi name, if the question is there, for example, do or die, who has given this slogan? So all of the students, maximum 90% students, they will think maybe Subhash Chandra Bose has given this slogan. Because as per Mahatma Gandhi mentality, this is not a suitable slogan to Mahatma Gandhi. That's why so many aspirants will think, oh, this has given by Subhash Chandra Bose. This is the mistake we can do. Often we can do this mistake. That's why I am telling you, please remember, do underline also. So do or die, this is the quotation or slogan given by Mahatma Gandhi during the period of Quit India movement. Okay, do or die means karo naito maro. Karo ya maro. Cheyandi leda chavandi. Sadhinchandi leda chavandi. Karo ya maro. Do or die. This is a great movement by Mahatma Gandhi, Quit India movement. And during the period of Gandhi stage, one more important commission, that is Cabinet Mission Plan. Cabinet Mission Plan. This is also an important commission. We have two commissions, Cripps Commission and Cabinet Mission Plan. Okay. So now the one more important commission, that is Cabinet Mission Plan. Cabinet Mission Plan. This is also important commission. We should remember two commissions we have in the national movement. Mainly we have two commissions, that is Cripps Commission and Cabinet Mission Plan. This is also one of the commission. Okay. In 1946, in the month of June, Cabinet Mission Plan came to India. What is Cabinet Mission Plan? We should know. We have to know. What is Cabinet Mission Plan? So, after Second World War, in 1945, in the month of June, Second World War is completed. After Second World War, there was the elections in England. In that elections, Churchill was defeated by Lord Attlee. Conservative Party defeated by Labour Party. You know, in England, we have two parties. Only it is called bi-party system. England has bi-party system. One, Conservative Party. So second, Labour Party. So Conservative Party and Labour Party. So Churchill belongs to Conservative Party. Churchill means during the period of Second World War, he was Prime Minister of America. Sorry, Prime Minister of England. So Churchill, he was Prime Minister of England during the period of Second World War. Labour Party, Lord Attlee. Attlee belongs to Labour Party. After Second World War, in England, elections were conducted. In that elections, Conservative Party is defeated. Labour Party win in the elections. It won the elections. So Attlee became the Prime Minister. Lord Attlee became the Prime Minister. So after Second World War, Lord Attlee became Prime Minister of England. So in the elections period, he has given promise. What is that? If our party comes to ruling, we will think about the independence of India. As per that oath, as per that promise, Lord Attlee, he sent a cabinet mission. Cabinet mission means it has 3 members. That 3 members are ministers in Attlee government. That's why that 3 ministers came to India. That 3 ministers commission is called Cabinet Mission Plan. That's why they are members of cabinet, Attlee cabinet. So they are called Cabinet Mission Plan. Here we have 3 ministers. We have 3 ministers. That is Stafford Cripps. Stafford Cripps and Fethick Lawrence. Fethick Lawrence and A.V. Alexander. A.V. Alexander. So these are the 3 members in Cabinet Mission Plan. Stafford Cripps, Fethick Lawrence and A.V. Alexander. So Fethick Lawrence is chairman of Cabinet Mission Plan. He was chairman. Fethick Lawrence, he was chairman of Cabinet Mission Plan. So they came to India in the month of June and they discussed with our national leaders. They discussed with our national leaders. So what happened? Our national leaders discussed with this commission and they announced, the main thing they announced that we are going to think about the dominion status of India. That's why if you are interested, if you want to establish Constituent Assembly, we will conduct the elections. So that is the Cabinet Mission Plan suggestion. If you are ready to form the Constituent Assembly, our government is ready to conduct the elections to Constituent Assembly. This is the main main information from Cabinet Mission Plan. So as per this Cabinet Mission Plan, we established Constituent Assembly. Okay. So for 389 members, the elections are 389 members are elected to Constituent Assembly. Babu Rajendra Prasad became the chairman of Constituent Assembly. So the process has been completed. That's why, so because of Cabinet Mission Plan, our Constituent Assembly is formed. Okay, this is one of the important plan in Indian national movement. Now, after Cabinet Mission Plan, so Cabinet Mission Plan has given 3 proposals. It has insisted 3 proposals. One, Constituent Assembly will be the elections for Constituent Assembly. Okay, and second, the formation of a temporary government. Third, the states will be divided as ABC groups. This is 3 proposals by Cabinet Mission Plan. First one is elections for Cabinet Mission Plan. Elections for Constituent Assembly. Second, what is that? So, temporary government, temporary formation of temporary governments. And third, the states in India will be divided as ABC groups. So, this is 3 proposals by Cabinet Mission Plan. So, here on 1946, August 16, 1946, August 16th, Muhammad Ali Jinnah went to Lord Wavell. Lord Wavell, the Viceroy of India at that time. So, he went to Lord Wavell and he given the report, report to Lord Wavell. He submitted the report. What is the report? So, we are ready to form the government. We are ready to form the temporary government. So, he explained to Lord Wavell, but Lord Wavell is not accepted. Why? Because Indian National Congress, if it comes to us, if it is going to form the government, we will accept the Indian National Congress government. Otherwise, we will not give permission to any other party. Then Muhammad Ali Jinnah became very serious, because Muhammad Ali Jinnah, he belongs to Muslim League. He belongs to Muslim League party. So, he has intention to form temporary government. That's why he went to Wavell. But Wavell rejected him. No, I won't give you permission. That's why on 16th August 1946, Muslim League participated, Muslim League conducted direct action. It is called Direct Action Day. What is direct action? So, they started the violence. In Calcutta, Delhi, thousands of people were died in this direct action day. That's why this is the problem. This is called direct action day. But 1946 September month, in the September month, the temporary government is formed by Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru became Prime Minister. Jawaharlal Nehru became Prime Minister for temporary government. So, he formed the government. In the month of October, Muslim League joined in the government. In the month of October, Muslim League joined in the government. So, this is called the temporary government and direct action day. So, in 1947, in the month of June, in 1947, in the month of March, 1947, in the month of March, Mountbatten became the Viceroy of India. 1947, in the month of March, Lord Mountbatten became the Viceroy of India. So, regarding independence, he prepared a plan that is called Mountbatten Plan. Mountbatten, it is called Mountbatten Plan. So, on June 3rd, it is called Mountbatten Plan. On June 3rd, he submitted to government, British government. So, Attlee is announced. So, up to 1948, July 28, up to 1948, July 28, we are going to give independence to India according to Lord Attlee. 1948, July 28, up to this date, we are going to give independence to India. But here, Mountbatten prepared a plan, he submitted to British government. So, 1947, June 3rd, he submitted the report, a plan to British government. This is called Mountbatten Plan. So, here in this Mountbatten Plan, there are the recommendations, that is mainly India is going to become 2 independent states. Geographically, there will be dividing. So, one is Pakistan, one more is India. Radcliffe line is the boundary to both of the countries. Radcliffe is the boundary to both of the countries. So, the people who are interested, they may join in Pakistan, they may join in India. So like this, he submitted report to British Parliament. So British king accepted the report and announced the independence on July 8th, 1947. So 1947, August 14th at 7:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. British government is announced independence to India. So that means you see 7:30 p.m. means it is in England it is 7:30. In India what happens? It becomes 12:30. August 14th at 7:30 p.m. British is announced independence to India. That means 7:30 means it is midnight 1 o'clock. That means in India it is called 1 a.m. It is called 1 a.m. That means 15th early morning. So because of this announcement, India is celebrating Independence Day on 15th August. On 15th August. But Pakistan is celebrating Independence Day on 14th August. So now there are two independent countries, that is India and Pakistan. So 1950 up to January 26. 1950 January 26, India under the control of Britain, but 1950 January 26 onwards we became republic country. So here 1947 August 15th we have independence. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is announced that at that time we have 562 in what we can say princely states. Local princely states are there 562 like Hyderabad, Junagadh, Jammu and Kashmir, Gwalior. Like this we have 562 princely states. Muhammad Ali Jinnah announced that all of princely states have to join in Indian Union. So after that announcement, all princely states are joined in Indian Union, but except four. But except four princely states, all are joined. That means 4 means Hyderabad, Jammu and Kashmir, Junagadh, and that is Travancore. So these are the 4 princely states have not joined in Indian Union. But finally, Travancore also joined, Junagadh also joined, and Jammu and Kashmir also joined. But Jammu and Kashmir, according to 370 article, it has joined as per 370 article is created to Jammu and Kashmir. It has given, Indian government has given autonomous status to Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, we created 370 article. But Hyderabad is joined in Indian Union 1948 September 17th. So up to 1948 September 17th Hyderabad also joined. But Goa, Diu Daman under the control of Portuguese, and Yanam, Pondicherry, Karaikal, Mahi, these are under the control of French. So 1958 Pondicherry, Yanam, Karaikal, Mahi also joined in Indian Union. France has given independence to them. And Goa, Diu Daman in 1961, according to, because of Operation Vijay, Indian government has done Operation Vijay on Portuguese. That's why Goa, Diu Daman also liberated in 1961. So up to 1961 total India, it became free. All the princely states, all the colonies joined in Indian Union. So this is the Indian independence movement, Indian national movement. Okay. So here there are 3 stages of Indian national movement we should remember. So moderate stage, extremist stage, Gandhi stage. Moderate stage, we should remember the names of moderates. Extremist stage, we should remember the names of extremists as well as the movements which are conducted by extremists. Here we know that Vande Mataram movement, Swadeshi movement, Home Rule movement, Jallianwala Bagh movement, etc. All these are during the period of extremist stage and Gandhi stage. So Gandhi stage is very, very important. We should remember Gandhi autobiography. Gandhi autobiography means his profile. Okay, date of birth, mother, father, books which are inspired him, and what are the books, what are the papers he has written, and what are the movements conducted by Mahatma Gandhi. Especially we know that, so Gandhi non-cooperation movement, Chauri Chaura, dates we should remember, dates Chauri Chaura, Champaran, Kheda, non-cooperation, Salt Satyagraha, Quit India movement, and as well as we should remember Cripps Commission, Cabinet Mission Plan. So, and lastly independence, announcement of independence. So, we should remember all these points because every point is very, very important in Indian national movement. So, if we will get maximum questions from Indian national movement. So, we should remember all the questions from Indian national movement.